Yeah, yo, what is up? Kampfpanzer 07 prototype experimental. I told you this was going to be the assembly shop tank, and it is. On the 3rd of August, this will be auctioned off. You can get this for probably, I don't know, 30,000 gold, 50,000 gold, 1 million free XP or something like that. And yeah, this is the new tank. I got to play it for a couple of days, so I'm gonna let you know exactly how my experience is, how playing this tank actually feels like. So first up, the first thing you need to know is this tank is a heavy German tank, which means you know, you need your heavy German tank crew. But the problem is this tank does not have a radio man, so you're gonna have to retrain your commander with the situational awareness skill, which means this is going to be one less skill for your commander on whatever tank he is previously from, your E100 or your mouse or whatever heavy tank that you have in your garage. You have to retrain that commander with a situational awareness skill so that it can fit inside this tank. Also, you're gonna need an extra loader from somewhere to fit into this tank as well, because without a radio man, it means you have 2 loaders in this tank. You still have a 5-man crew. Now, the good points about this tank is it is pretty sexy looking, pretty okay looking tank. I mean, the performance as well is pretty okay. You know, not bad, not great, not overpowering. Reloads pretty fast. I think you can get it down to about 7.16 seconds reload, which is pretty good. Mobility is not bad. It is not as fast as a chieftain, but it does feel as fast as a chieftain. I mean, mobility, no complaints at all. The bad point is this tank cannot side scrape. When you are side scraping, you're gonna get shot on the turret, you're gonna get shot on the back of your hull where your engine deck is. You're gonna get shot through your tracks. You're just gonna get shot everywhere if you are trying to side scrape. Well, anyway, when people didn't know about this tank, you know, they had a little bit of a hurdle in the learning curve. They found it maybe difficult to go up against this tank, but after a couple of games, people know this tank, they know where the weaknesses are. It's very hard for you to side scrape against anybody except the noobs. Also, the other problem is the low rolls. This tank has an incredible amount of low rolls. It's supposed to be 410 average damage, but I calculated all my rolls, everything that panned that did not kill the enemy tank, I considered that as counted, and I think I shot over 50 overtimes in this tank, however amount of games, and my average roll is actually 402, and that is the honest truth. So 16.84 power to weight ratio on a 960 horsepower tank. This tank has pretty good mobility. Like I said, the gun reloads 9.11 seconds. You can get it down to about 7 seconds or so. Dispersion pretty good as well, 0.32, which means the gun is pretty accurate, pretty useful. It has moving dispersion of 0.15, not the worst, not the best. It still means that you don't really need to run a vertical stabilizer if you didn't need to. I'm running a turbo experimental equipment with the vertical stabilizer, half a turbo, half a stabilizer. I suppose that's the setup. But if you didn't have experimental equipment, maybe just run a turbo instead. You know, give it that extra mobility. I am running double rammers to get that 7.11 reload time. But other than that, I got really no complaints about this tank, but I do have complaints about this tier and this matchmaking. I tried to give you a good video, how exciting the gameplay, how exciting this tank actually was going to be, but in honest truth, most of my games ended up like this. It was a face roll, it was one-sided games. I couldn't get any games that were like close or were like, you know, exciting to watch or exciting to play. This was the results I was getting. A lot of the results were like this: 15-1, 15-2, 15-3, 15-0, and this is just the nature of the matchmaker at the moment, unfortunately. I hope they do something about this really quickly. But anyway, that is my assembly shop review for you guys on the Kampfpanzer 07 prototype. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.